Does Our Lady of Fatima prophesy mass starvation if Russia isn't consecrated? On this week's episode of Faith and Reason on LifeSite News, the panel discussed a purported connection between the possibility of starvation and the consecration of Russia. 25% of all of the world's fertilizers come from Ukraine. Our farmers rely on Ukraine fertilizers to plant our abundant crops in the United States, said Liz Yore. 10% of all of the global nitrogen, which is an essential ingredient in the soil, comes from Russia. 12% of the world's wheat comes from Ukraine. There hasn't been any discussion about the importance of this country, this region, in providing the resources needed to feed the world. Father James Altman raised the issue of overpopulation and how some in the elite class are not so subtly angling for population control. He predicted that starvation is coming at some point in the future. The idea is that if the elite want to preserve the world's resources for them, just like the elite of Russia wanted to preserve the breadbasket for the Russians and for their soldiers, what are they going to do? Well, they need to figure out a way for starving people to death, he said. Remember what happened in Joseph's day when he had to store 7 years of grain because he knew the famine was coming? A famine is coming, people, and we don't want to see it right away because we still have stuff on ourselves. To listen to this full podcast, click the link in the description to LifeSite News.